Interior kitchen. Day. Earlier that day. Coffee finishes perking in a pot in front of a window, through which gray skies can be seen. A graying woman with a cardigan gets up from her seat at a wooden table. She pours herself a cup of coffee. This is Elizabeth Gelman. She sips and makes a face.
Matt, honey?
Matthew Prober, a sober young man, comes in.
Did you make the coffee this morning?
It's awful, isn't it?
Must have been that friend of yours, the one with the beard.
He's not my friend. I just work with him.
If he hangs around here looking for you and making weak coffee in my kitchen, he's your friend, and a pretty poor one at that.
I'll talk to him about it.
Please do. How's your project coming along?
We're getting there. Some of the plants haven't taken to the soil yet.
Are you using the pipettes I got you?
Yes.
And the fertilizer?
And the fertilizer.
I'm just checking.
I know. Looks like rain.
Tastes like rain too.
Is that for you?
No rest for the weary. You coming too?
Yeah. I've got more work to do on the east side.
Still?
It's been tricky.
They walk out of the kitchen. Interior, research outpost, day. Earlier that day, and into a sleek park facility completely incongruous with the little domestic scene we just saw. Slanted floor-to-ceiling windows, the kind used in airport control towers, look out over the jungle on three sides. Monitors and processing units line the counters. Dolson, a security guard, sits watching the boxy monitors. She looks up on Elizabeth and Prober's entrance.
Coffee breaks get shorter and shorter every day, don't they?
Tell me about it. What are we looking at now?
Two of the bitches are asleep and one is sniffing around the far wall.
You mean the animals?
I mean, the bitches.
You can't fault them for their natural behavior.
You know how clever they are. Without the extra hands up here that I requested, I'm running myself ragged trying to watch them all.
Count your blessings. There are 6 of them at Site B.
I pity the poor bastard who watches them there.
Thank you, Beverly. Whatever would we do if you weren't here to bemoan the very creatures responsible for yours and all our jobs?
I don't mind all the dinos, just these 3.
Shouldn't you be checking out the compy traps?
Oh, God, don't get me started on those scaly little pigeons. They're going to chew through something important one of these days. I had Trent check them. I can't leave these monitors unsupervised. You'd think the old man could afford more staff. But no! Let's leave 2 guys to watch the quarantine pens.
Don't forget the raptors.
All the problems this damn park has right now would be nothing compared to a raptor escape.
You're an unappreciative bore and a darling. Oh, look.
Exterior, research outpost, day. Earlier that day. Elizabeth throws open the door to the outpost and walks out onto the balcony. We see the outpost is in a jungle clearing, with the balcony running around the upper floor. Metal stairs run down from the balcony along the side of the building and end up on the other side of an electric park fence.
What happened?
There's a compy in the paddock.
Again? Damn it! The carnivores are supposed to be completely separated from each other.
Such isolation is impossible. It simply cannot be done.
I know.
Shh,
but
watch.
The compy, a little green specimen about 2 feet tall, sniffs contentedly in the jungle clearing.
What are we looking for?
Elizabeth points to a stand of bamboo at the clearing's edge.
There.
On cue, there is a chittering sound. The compy looks up, curious. It moves closer, responds in kind.
Is it another compy? It sounds like...
The compy screeches and runs for its life. Before it can get far, it is snatched up, lifted into the air and off screen.
You see, the animals can take care of their environment far better than we can.
I thought they'd fed already today.
Never underestimate the metabolism of a Mesozoic carnivore. She may eat up to 1/3 of her body weight in one sitting.
Raindrops begin to fall as the unseen carnivore drags the compy back into the brush. Prober looks up at the darkening sky.
I'm heading in. You want me to leave the door open?
You go ahead. I want to see if she'll hide the cachet.
The storm's only going to get worse. You sure you don't want to come in?
Wouldn't dream of it. Not in a million years. Not in 65 million years.
Interior, Jeep, night. The Jeep CD plays easy listening, completely at odds with the roars of the juvenile tyrannosaur visible through the rain-streaked windows. Exterior bar, night. The Rex takes a step forward, crushing the wooden stairs leading to the bar's porch. It looks down at its foot, curious about the destruction it has just wrought. Curiosity satisfied, it turns back to the door of the bar and moves in closer. Interior bar, night. The group has retreated from the doorway. Lori clutches at Robbie's arm. Gilda ducks behind the bar, knocking beer cans to the ground. Lester presses himself against the very back wall, terrified. Adrian and Vargas stand away from the door, tense. The Rex peers at them through the door. It brushes against a hanging light, causing the bulb to pop. The Rex snarls and looks up at the light, sniffs the puff of acrid smoke. Seizing the opportunity, Adrian edges forward to close the door.
Are you crazy?
The T-Rex rumbles and looks back from the light. Adrian freezes in place. It lowers its head, moves forward. The great jaws are almost in the doorway, a few yards from Adrian. Vargas's eyes dart around wildly. His gaze falls on a toppled beer can. Ever so slowly, he extends a leg out. His foot almost brushes against the can.
Come on, you piece of crap.
He stretches further and pins the can beneath his foot. His eyes meet Adrian's. Vargas jerks his head in the direction of a door at the back of the bar. Adrian nods slightly with understanding.
What?
She's shushed. Lori and Robbie inch up, tense to run. Vargas kicks the can towards the door and rolls out under the Rex's head. The can continues rolling along the porch and hits the leg of a rattan chair with a clunk. The T-Rex turns its head away from the door. Adrian reaches out and slams the door shut.
Go!
The group bolts for the back door. Lester is first out. Lori and Robbie follow. In one fluid motion, Vargas lifts Gilda from behind the bar and charges out with her. The T-Rex roars. Adrian jumps away from the door just as the Rex bashes it in off its hinges. Adrian breaks for the back door, leaping out of the way of the Rex's snapping jaws. Exterior, Staff Village, night. The group dashes through the pouring rain.
Where are we going?
Inside, go!
They push through a palm thicket, come to the back door of another building.
Utility dock, get inside.
Lester tries the door.
I can't get it.
Move!
He slams his body against the door. It creaks on its hinges, but stays in place.
There's no time.
Look,
She points to another door, maybe 20 yards further down. The rolling metal door we saw earlier.
Try it now.
Robbie darts to the door.
Robbie, wait! It's open.
Go, go!
Robbie heaves the door up. Adrian and Vargas shunt the others inside.
Hurry, hurry, let's go.
Vargas lingers a moment, looking out into the rain.
What? What is it?
Run!
He darts inside. The Rex thunders out from the rain. Interior, utility building, night. Running deeper into the building, past stacks of crates and abandoned forklifts, Adrian shouts out.
Get out of here. It's in the building. It's in the building.
Where?
Morrow!
Adrian comes to an intersection. Everyone's voices echo around him.
Go, go!
This way.
Adrian turns to see a forklift go flying by. He ducks to avoid a shower of sparks. Turning a corner, the Rex comes into view. It sees Adrian and roars. Adrian heads to the left, running as fast as he can. Up ahead, we see a light on the ground. Adrian sees it too, and he breaks for it.
Rousseau? Vargas? Where?
He stops, horrified at the sight on the ground. The Rex's roar, too close now, makes him dash off past Judd, or what's left of him. Adrian comes to a cleared area. The Rex is almost right behind him.
Morrow!
Adrian looks. Vargas extends a hand from a narrow corridor between shipping crates. Not looking back, Adrian bolts for him. The Rex, seeing movement, snarls and charges. Vargas grabs Adrian and runs down the corridor. The Rex, momentarily stymied, hisses and snaps its jaws, trying to fit them into the gap. They come out on the other side, running hard. Some distance away, we see a caged metal staircase leading up to overhead catwalks. The rest of the group huddles by the door to the stairs, which Gilda is trying to open.
Hurry up!
I'm trying.
The Rex appears from a wider corridor and lunges after Adrian and Vargas. At that moment, Gilda succeeds in jimmying the stair door.
Got it!
Lester immediately pushes her out of the way.
Move, you stupid cow!
Gilda and Robbie run up the stairs after him, turning a corner and going up onto the catwalk.
Quick!
Adrian and Vargas barrel into her. All three are knocked into the cage stairwell. Adrian is up in a flash.
Climb, now!
The Rex slams its head into the stair cage. Lori is thrown off her feet. Vargas helps her up and they're off. Lori is first up the stairs and onto the catwalk. At the far end of the catwalk, against the wall, is the foreman's office. Robbie stands at the door, holding it open.
Lori, move.
The catwalk seems to stretch out interminably between Lori and the office. Lori moves forward as quickly and as carefully as she can, which is to say, not quickly at all.
Speed it up!
I don't think so.
Come on, baby. Look at me. Don't look down.
Lori looks down. The Rex has torn the caging from the foot of the stairs. It looks up at them, frustrated, and kicks the support scaffolds.
Get her to move.
Lori, please. Run.
Lori stands, transfixed by the glare of the Rex. Then she runs like hell for the office. Robbie grabs her and pulls her in. Vargas is right behind her, then Adrian, who slams the door shut. Interior foreman's office, night. Lori, wide-eyed, stares into space. Robbie sits with her, arms wrapped tightly around her. Lester has sunk into a chair. He wipes his brow with a handkerchief. Gilda, hand over mouth and tears running down her cheeks, looks out over the warehouse. Vargas fiddles with a cigarette, as if wondering whether to light it. He decides not to, placing it in his vest pocket. Adrian leans against a wall, still breathing heavily from the run.
Is anyone hurt?
Nope. We're all just peachy. Except for you people and your screw-ups.
What do you mean, you people?
Aren't you the construction guy?
General contractor.
Whatever. How did a tyrannosaur get loose of its cage? Huh? Look, I'm not saying it's your fault, but something must have gone wrong with the fences for this to happen.
Let me guess. That something is a construction error.
Maybe. I don't know. I just work in the lab, away from danger. This isn't what I bargained for.
I don't think any of us wanted this.
Control, this is Gilda at the Staff Village Warehouse. Code 15. In need of urgent assistance. Control, do you copy? Over. It's down.
Is there any way to get it back on?
The village breakers are on the main floor. Judd went to check the power, but he didn't.
He's not coming back. And with that tyrannosaur down there, we aren't in a position to go flip the breakers ourselves.
Someone will come, though, right? Like, when they see that the power to the village is off?
I say Control has bigger problems to worry about.
So they're just going to leave us to deal with this on our own. A man just frickin' died!
Vargas is right. Most of the staff have left the island already. Arnold and Hammond are probably focused on the tour group.
For the moment, we've got to assume no one knows we're out here. We're on our own.
Interior catwalk, night. Robbie leans on the catwalk railing, looking out over the warehouse. We can see that the Rex is still lurking in the building, pausing to snarl or sniff at feed crates.
Hey.
Hmm?
She turns, Lori stands hesitantly at the end of the catwalk.
You okay?
I don't know. Care to join me? Oh, it's okay. Look, she's busy.
Hands gripping the railing, Lori edges out to stand next to Robbie. They watch the movements of the wrecks.
Poor thing's never seen half of this stuff before. She must be so confused.
Everything's gone to hell. And you are sympathizing with the man-eater?
I mean, it's not her fault. Well, not really. I mean, she's just doing what she's meant to do.
You wouldn't be saying that if it gotten you too.
I might have had enough carnivores for one day.
If I'd known this would happen, I'd have asked for a transfer back to Palo Alto.
You would have?
To get away from this, anyone would.
I wouldn't. It's hard to study diseases of Dinosauria in a place without dinosaurs.
Fair.
You do fine there. In California?
What's that mean?
Yeah, I mean, you can work there, all right. It's just, office stuff.
It wouldn't be the same.
Yeah.
Interior foreman's office. Night. Adrian unlocks a supply closet. Opening it, he grabs 2 shock prods. Lori and Robbie come in as Adrian tosses a prod to Vargas.
This is crazy. Crazy.
We'll have to move fast and soft if we're going to get past the wrecks. Look through the other cupboards. See if you can find any more weapons.
Fellas, listen to me. This is insane.
What's going on here?
We're getting out of here. All of us.
It's at the far right corner of the warehouse. We take the inside stairs down and hug the wall. We should be out of sight for most of the way there.
Most of the way there?
There's a big open area near the door to the garage. It's where they unload the supply shipments.
How do we cross it without the wreck spotting us?
Quickly, and with a hell of a lot of luck.
Wait. Surely they're going to send someone to pick us up. They have to.
Not likely.
A power outage in the village is one thing, but for the T-Rex to be loose, something else must have happened. It's likely that the electricity has gone down everywhere outside the visitor compound.
Oh my god.
15 species. Majority carnivores.
Then we have to stay here. It's safer, right?
Sure. Let's all stay locked in here, hoping that someone in management will remember we're still on site.
That's not...
If the main compound still has power, it'll be safer than being out here in the boondocks.
And what about the animals? We can't just drive out there with all of them running loose.
You have any better ideas?
No.
Then we're going. Our best chance is to make for the visitor center.
Adrian forces a far door open, revealing an interior stairwell.
Let's go.
Gilda, carrying the map, is first out, followed by Lori and Robbie. Adrian turns a shock prod on and follows them down.
Nope, no way. You can get eaten if you want. I'm staying right here.
You have to go.
You can't make me.
I suppose not. You ever felt a shock stick before?
No.
Doesn't do much. Almost never fatal. Generally knocks you flat, perhaps loosens your bowels. But it doesn't usually have any permanent effect. At least not on dinos. But then, people are much smaller.
You wouldn't.
I think you better follow them nice and slow down those stairs.
Lester looks at the stairwell, then back at Vargas, large and impassive.
Fine.
Interior utility dock. Night. A door is slowly pushed open. Adrian pokes his head out, scouting.
Clear.
He moves out, staying close to the wall. The others follow him in procession. Gilda looks around nervously. Each alley of crates seems to hide a dozen sinister shadows. From somewhere in the warehouse, the Rex bellows. Everyone stops. Adrian looks around. Seeing nothing, he motions for them to continue. They stop again. Adrian looks to Gilda, who points the way to the garage.
Just stay close to the wall.
Shh. Company.
Sure enough, towards the end of the corridor, the Rex appears. It sniffs around, sensing that its prey is on the move.
Move!
Gilda, Adrian, and Laurie press themselves against the crates on one side of the corridor. Robbie, Lester, and Vargas on the other, out of the corridor and out of the Rex's line of vision. The Rex turns its head their way and growls. Seeing nothing, it continues down another corridor. All slump in relief, Lester putting a hand to his chest.
Come on.
They press on. Ahead, as predicted, is an open area devoid of crates and shipping containers. On the other side, the crates resume. Down a corridor, the door to the garage is clearly visible. Adrian looks back at the group. Robbie's jaws set, determined. Laurie? Less so. Gilda hangs back, near Vargas. Lester shakes his head.
Nope. No.
Yes.
Vargas pushes Lester forward.
Wait.
Take it slow and quiet.
But...
Now!
He gives Lester a little shove. Suddenly, Lester is out in the open. He sweats, eyes darting around, looking for danger.
Move.
Lester tiptoes as fast as he can across the clearing. Once he's safely hidden on the other side, he sinks to the ground, shaking with relief.
All right, ladies.
Robbie and Laurie walk into the clearing together.
Okay.
With a snarl, the Rex stomps into the clearing. But it isn't close, maybe 50 yards away. It hasn't seen them either. Instead, sniffing around the entrance to another corridor. Laurie stumbles back, almost crying out. Robbie grabs her and pulls her up.
Shh. Stay still.
The Rex looks their way, eyes narrowed. The two women have frozen in place. Not seeing anything, the Rex turns back to the other corridor. It grabs something in its jaw and lifts it into view. Judd's leg. Then it's back down again, feasting on its prize. Trembling, Laurie lets out a breath. She and Robbie inch forward until they reach the other side. Once there, they hug, Laurie crying a little.
Your turn.
I can't. I can't.
It's all right. It's not looking.
No, it'll see me.
There's no other way there.
No, they were lucky. It won't let me go by. I know it. It's gonna get me.
Gilda, shut up. We'll go together.
We'll have to run for it. No choice.
On 3. 1, 2, 3.
They bolt across the clearing, Adrian dragging Gilda by the arms, Vargas in the rear. Hearing movement, the Rex looks up. It sees them and roars, charging at them. The trio reaches the other side where the others wait.
Go!
Behind them, the Rex snarls and lunges. Vargas jumps forward, pushing Gilda out of the way and hitting the ground. The Rex, not anticipating that, misjudges its aim and hits the stack of crates opposite. Vargas is on his feet in an instant, helping Gilda up.
Run, Gilda!
The others are at the open garage door already, waving them forward.
Hurry!
Vargas and Gilda break for it as the Rex rights itself and gives chase. Just as they reach the door, Adrian leaps forward, shock prod held high. A jolt of electricity arcs from the prod and zaps the Rex near the eye. The Rex backs up immediately, shaking its head and trying to grab at its eyes. With a tiny ball of pain, it turns away from these strange, dangerous little creatures. Interior garage. Night. Laurie opens the door of the Jeep. She hops in the passenger seat.
Oh, the keys are in the ignition. Could you get more negligent?
Don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
The others load up in the two gas Jeeps. Laurie, Robbie, and Adrian to one. Gilda and Lester to the other. Vargas positions himself by the garage door opener.
Get in as soon as the door is open.
Will do.
Gilda?
Yeah?
Stay ahead no more than 20 yards, and for God's sake, don't rev the engine.
Which way we headed?
North, along the Jungle River Road. With any luck, we'll be at the visitor center within an hour.
Adrian turns the key and nods to Vargas. Vargas presses the button. The door rolls up with a painfully loud squeal of metal.
Let's go.
The second the door is fully open, Gilda's Jeep pulls forward. As it passes, Vargas jumps onto the running board. He opens the side door and leaps in. Adrian's Jeep peels out and turns left, following the first one. Interior, wrecked Jeep, night. Raindrops fall on the face of Dr. Grace Adams. We remember her from last episode, the park's secondary veterinarian. Her eyes twitch as the raindrops hit near them. Suddenly, her eyes open wide. She tries to sit up and bangs her head on the dash.
Oh, jeez.
She shakes her head and turns away to see a dead body.
Oh!
We see she is strapped into the passenger seat of the Jeep, which lies half on its side. The raindrops have been falling through a cracked window, which is tilted to face the sky. Next to her is the driver of the car, a very dead vet tech.
Oh my God, Jing! Jing!
She looks away, horrified. A groan from the back makes her turn around.
What?
In the back seat, slumped against the left door, is Colman, another veterinarian from earlier.
Colman?
Doc?
Are you okay?
Fine. Ouch.
What?
She unbuckles and tries to move toward him. Immediately, she cries out in pain.
Ah!
Doc, you okay?
It's my leg, my ankle.
Oh no, oh no.
Don't. He's gone.
What the hell happened?
We were driving and
I'm going to try the door.
it's raining. You'll get wet.
Colman gives her a strange look.
Just stay here.
Exterior service road, night. Colman has succeeded in getting out of the vehicle. Climbing onto the side of the Jeep, he pries the passenger door open.
Come on, grab my hand.
Ah! Take it easy.
Sorry. Come on.
He lifts Grace up and out of the car. Slowly, he helps her down and leans her against the front tires.
Look at that.
A hefty palm tree is toppled onto the road, its fronds resting atop the hood of the car.
We gotta get you back to base. Are you alright to walk?
Yeah. No.
You good?
No, asshole.
Sorry.
He glances at his watch, suddenly abashed under her glare.
Well, we missed the boat.
And I was so looking forward to a couple days on the beach in San Jose.
You'll be fine. We just have to get you back to the main compound.
He looks to the Jeep, dismisses it as a possibility. Frustrated, he looks around and sees something further along the road, a maintenance shed.
Alright, I have an idea.
He bends down and makes to lift Grace up.
What are you doing?
Oh, I was just going to...
Here, just put your arm under...
Like this?
Yeah, and lift under...
Okay.
Awkwardly, he helps her into a standing position. She wobbles. He grabs her before she falls.
I'm not walking back to the visitor center like this.
We're not.
Interior maintenance shed, night. The door to the shed opens. Colman and Grace hobble in, Grace leaning against Colman for support.
There you go. Okay, setting you down.
Careful.
With much maneuvering, Colman lowers her onto a feed crate.
Okay.
Thanks, kid.
Of course.
He immediately begins rifling through the shed. Grace watches him, bemused.
You look like a pack rat.
I'm trying to... Here!
He pulls back a sheaf of grimy inspection documents to reveal a map posted to the metal wall. Pulling the map down, he looks it over.
There. See?
What?
The docks aren't far from here. Maybe less than a mile. There's bound to be a car there. I can hike out there and come back to pick you up, get you to the visitor center.
You sure? It's raining pretty hard out there. Limited visibility. I don't need to go hobbling after you when you get yourself lost.
All I have to do is follow the road. Any moron could do it.
I'll call Hammond then.
Good idea. See if you can find a radio or something. Let Control know what happened.
Can do, Captain.
I'll be right back. An hour, tops.
Be careful.
She settles back against the wall, grimacing as she shifts her ankle to a more comfortable position. Exterior service road, night. Colman exits the shed, throwing his jacket over his head against the driving rain, and heads down the road at a jog. He passes the far wall of the shed, the one facing away from the wrecked Jeep in the direction of the docks, and does not see the sign stenciled on the wall. Compy Maintenance Shed. Exterior park, night. The two Jeeps roar past, kicking up mud. Interior, second Jeep, night. Robbie stares out the rear window, head resting sleepily on her arms. Lori looks at her. Robbie catches her looking and smiles. Lori looks away, a little embarrassed. Robbie reaches over and swats her on the arm. Adrian watches this through the overhead mirror but doesn't comment.
See anything out there?
I'm looking.
Where are we at now?
Not far from the soap opera. You're not out of the office much, are you?
That's what I tell her. Spends much too much time on a computer.
Oh, just tell me what the soap opera is.
It's the gate at the southern perimeter of the paddock area.
South perimeter, Sal Per, soap opera.
Oh, that's such a stretch.
If we're near the soap opera, we should be able to see some of the herbivores soon.
And those are the ones that won't eat us, right?
They won't eat us, no. But every dinosaur can be dangerous in the right circumstances.
Oh, that's comforting.
Hey, with any luck, the animals will never know we were there.
Right. This road will...
Careful!
Ahead of them, the first Jeep has come almost to a stop. Its taillights come up much too quickly to be safe. Adrian swerves, pulling his Jeep up next to Gilda's.
What the hell are you doing?
We heard something.
Interior, first Jeep, night. Adrian and Robbie lean in the doors of the first Jeep, listening to Gilda talk. Lester sits in the back, unhappy that the cars have stopped in the middle of nowhere.
I'm telling you, someone's out there.
What do you mean?
There was something over the radio.
Are you sure? Sometimes the static on these old units is murder.
I know what I heard. Back me up here, Vargas.
I heard it too. Couldn't make out what they were saying, but someone was definitely trying to talk.
I didn't hear shit.
Hold on. I thought the comms were down.
Only the telemetered stuff. Phones, hardwired radios. The car radios are short band, though. I mean, they can't communicate over long distances in this weather, else we'd have called control already.
That's about a 2-mile radius. Open up the case in the back. There should be an employee map in there.
Lester does so, irritated. He hands Adrian the map.
All right. There's not much out here except animal range.
Here, there's the aviary. There's the riverside too, but no one would be there.
What's here?
One of the research outposts, way out in the jungle.
If someone's calling for help, then that's where they'll be.
There wasn't anything, just static.
We can't just abandon whoever's out there.
Adrian looks around at the group. He lets out a breath, makes a call.
Are you sure you heard someone?
I'm positive.
Let's go pick them up.
What? No.
How do we get to the outpost?
Looks like this road lets us out onto the main tour road. We just need to follow that a bit, then turn off near the reserve paddock.
All right. Everyone, back in the cars.
You want to take us out further into the forest where God knows what is out there for some wild goose chase? No. We gotta go to the visitor center where it's safe.
Listen, Lester, if you want to go to the visitor center, you can get out of this car and hitchhike.
Lester opens his mouth to object, then closes it.
That's better. Saddle up.
He and Robbie head back to their Jeep.
You could do it, eh, amigo? Find a nice stegosaur to ride with.
Lester glares petulantly out the window. Exterior park, night. The Jeeps disappear into the night. Interior, maintenance shed, night. Grace picks up a landline phone hooked to the wall.
Hello? Operator? Operator? Information. Give me Jesus on the line.
We see she has hobbled from her crate to the phone at the other side of the shed. Grace frowns, not liking the idea of hobbling all the way back.
Great.
She leans against the wall and sighs.
Why would the phone be down?
Grace sits up with a scowl. She looks around. Grace's eyes dart around, trying to find the source of the sounds. Grace looks to her left and laughs out of relief. A boxy window is recessed from outside into the wall, leaving a deep covered sill. And perched on this sill is a compy.
Sorry, bud, you're gonna have to sleep in the doghouse tonight.
She turns away and sees another compy perched on another windowsill. At the dingy front window, a third compy jumps up into view, banging its head against the glass.
Beat it! Go on, get. I'm not a crippled animal.
She realizes that this is not exactly true. The whole shed seems to come alive with the sound of compies. Grace covers her ears against the cacophony. Then, silence, and a horrible sound to break it. The clunking open of an air vent.
Oh, absolutely not.
A compy hops onto a shelf level with Grace's head, but she does not see it. She turns, and it pounces. Grace falls back, wrestling with the compy as it bites at her face. She rolls over with a yell of pain as she twists her broken ankle. The compy jumps off to avoid being crushed. Before Grace can push herself off her stomach, it jumps on her back and grabs at her arms.
Oh! Ah!
The vent is thrown off its hinges as more compies dart into the room. They swarm Grace, who thrashes around, trying to throw them off.
No, get off!
She reaches out, grabs at a broom lying on the floor. Rolling around, she swings the broom in a circle. The compies back off. Straining, Grace pushes herself up to her knees. The compies chirp, content to wait. She moves forward, and they retreat. But as soon as she stops, clutching at her ankle, they move back in.
Don't you dare!
The compies regard her curiously. Then they rush forward. Grace kicks one into the wall. She grabs another under its jaw and hurls it to the floor. More compies swarm in through the vent. Grace looks to the door, which seems infinitely far away. She makes a decision. Propping the broom up by her injured leg, she gives a compy a vicious backhanded strike, steels herself, and breaks for the door. Grace half runs, half throws herself into the door, which pops open. She slams it in the face of the charging compies. Exterior shed, night. Grace stumbles back as the compies pound against the door. A single compy stares up at her from around the corner of the shed. As Grace watches, another compy appears, having escaped the shed through the air vent. Grace looks around, disoriented. She can barely see through the rain and the dense foliage surrounding the shed. The chirrup of a third compy decides it for her. She stumbles out into the jungle. Exterior park, night. The first jeep slows to a stop. Lester sits up, panicked.
What's happening? Why are we stopped?
Gilda and Vargas didn't answer. They stare out the windshield. Interior, second jeep, night. Adrian pulls the jeep to a stop beside the first one.
Oh,
Night.
I love these girls.
Exterior park, night. As the rain slows to a drizzle, we see them in the glare of the headlights. A herd of Parasaurolophus. Parasaurs in the middle of the muddy service road. They are duckbills with long head crests and vibrant green-blue coloring. The people in the car watch, fascinated as the parasaurs rut and frolic in the mud. One young animal falls in a mud puddle, prompting a laugh from Robbie. It turns towards the cars.
Nope. No.
It won't hurt you, Les.
The young parasaur snorts and shakes its head. It trots forward and sniffs at the headlights.
Aw, baby.
An adult parasaur looks over and honks reproachingly. The young one turns away and rejoins the herd.
I've been out moving animals at night before, and these guys blocked our way for over an hour.
What do you do?
Play a recorded tyrannosaur roar. That usually gets them going. Not that they always care. They know what a real Rex sounds like.
Well, what are you waiting for? Play it.
The parasaurs look up, then go back to their playing.
Try it again.
You want to bring the real thing down on us?
He jumps out of the car and approaches the animals.
All right, ladies. This ain't a playground.
What are you doing? What is he doing?
Relax. He's a regular vaquero.
Come on now, get.
What's that?
Oh, we give it to them after checkups before giving them their treats. They learn to associate it with food.
She moves to one side of the road, blowing the whistle again. The parasaurs rouse themselves and move towards her.
Incredible.
Come on now, almost there.
One of them nudges her as it passes off the road.
Oh, sorry, baby girl. I don't have anything for you. But next time, okay?
She looks back at Lori, grinning. Interior, second Jeep. Night. Adrian looks to Lori.
She seems like fun to hang around with. She loves the animals. Well, I mean, she's very...
I know what you meant. She's the best. Just wish she had the best, too. So, how about you, John Wayne?
Excuse me?
You got a girl at home, or not at home? I'm in no position to judge, eh?
But Adrian is not listening. He's staring through the windshield at something beyond the parasaurs.
It's my own fault. We're too close to the jungle river.
He opens the door and jumps out into the road.
Vargas, Miss Carter, get back in the cars.
Robbie looks up from petting the baby parasaur.
What?
Do what I tell you.
Everything's all right, okay? I know what I'm doing.
The herd wheels around, agitated. Robbie jumps back as the mother parasaur pushes the baby away.
No, go on. Easy, girls. Easy.
They're back in the way.
Oh no.
Dark shapes emerge from the tree line. They gather by the edge of the road, facing the parasaurs.
Santa Maria.
The figures become clear. The park's Dilophosaurus pack. All juveniles, about 4 feet tall. They snarl, unwilling to move closer to the enormous parasaurs. Slowly, an adult Dilophosaur steps into the road, 20 feet long and 10 feet tall.
It's the Alpha.
The Alpha sizes the parasaurs up. Then it opens its mouth wide and snarls. As if on command, the juveniles rush forward towards the herd. End of episode 2.